Now joining us live from Kyiv, local resident Irina Sergiyenko. Irina, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing? How have the last few days been for you and your family?
Hello, from Kiev. It's been a last hard few days, but honestly, the first 3 days of this invasion have been the hardest. By now, I like to think that I'm used to the siren noises and to the missile noises. That I react to them less, but I do still flinch. Thankfully, I'm in one of the quieter areas of Kiev, which means that I can actually go out and buy supplies that I need. So yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones, to be honest.
So, I mean, you mentioned that you're hearing sirens and missile strikes. What are you seeing in the streets? Are there soldiers as well? Can you paint us a bit of a picture?
Yes, all Ukrainian citizens have been asked not to film or report when they see Ukrainian soldiers or Ukrainian army movement. So I will be like super general. I've seen block posts, so like checkpoints where the road is mostly closed off and only a small amount is, free for cars to go through, and cars stop there. And you have to show a passport and prove that you're a Ukrainian citizen rather than someone trying to sneak in. I have seen Ukrainian army like going back and forth, mostly, like the tanks, the other vehicles going by. I won't say like which ones, but I
Of
have
course.
seen them. I have heard a lot of things just from my house, but we've closed all of our windows and we're sitting in the basement. So we hear things, but we don't see them. I've seen some burnt cars in the streets and a bus that's clearly being shot at. I'm not sure what happened there because it was a little bit ways off from my house. People in general, there's big lines at pharmacies and at grocery stores, but people are keeping calm. So everyone's very polite. Everyone's just trying to get through things. Everyone's trying to support each other. So for example, our immediate neighbors, not all of them can go out, not all of them have cars to get to the biggest stores which have more resources. So with my family having a car and ability to go a little bit further from like the small store that's nearby, we went out to get them bread, which is one of the goods that is being limited because issues with supply lines and with making it. Milk also limited. People have been buying that. There was enough milk yesterday, but today it's already running out. But there is no like feeling of panic or anything. I was standing in line and I saw the missiles being launched by Ukrainian army, so like in our defense, and everyone turned to look, but no one pulled out their phone to film it, and no one really like got scared or ran for cover. So people are getting used to this. It's just a part of our reality now. And one woman even commented was like, "Oh, they haven't changed their location since yesterday. That's strange." So you can see how people are just trying to get on with their lives, trying to stay safe, and a lot of people are donating what they can to support the Ukrainian army, to support our fighters. People are also organizing into local defense groups, so keeping together, keeping the community, to keep ourselves and each other safe.
All right, now I understand that Russians are, of course, continuing their attack on Kyiv. We've also heard reports that paratroopers are coming into various parts of Ukraine and dressing like Ukrainian citizens in order to infiltrate. Are you afraid of anything like that, or what should happen should Russia actually succeed in taking Kyiv?
I don't believe that Russia will succeed, honestly. People here, like things that Russians are doing, we really do hate them. So in regards to Russians dressing up as Ukrainians, they speak Russian and we speak Russian as well, but they speak it differently. There is also Ukrainian words that they do not know, things that Ukrainians can pronounce easily that they cannot at all. Basic checks like, do you know where you are? Do you know what street you're on? People have been coming together and taking down street signs so the invaders won't know where they are. So it's a really easy language check to see if the person in front of you is actually a Ukrainian or not, because like even a Russian speaking Ukrainian like me, I will know the meaning of the words. I will know like everything you would expect a Ukrainian to know that Russians won't. And people have been resisting the invasions all over. I have a friend in Berdyansk, one of the cities in the south by the ports that's been taken by Russians. And they're just out there protesting, just civilians with no weapons or anything. They're coming out to protest Russian presence. And she wrote to me that it was terrifying, but she still went because it is that important to her. And her son just came up to one of Russian soldiers and asked them, when are you going to die? When are you going to leave? And honestly, that's the mood. Like, we don't want them here. We don't need them here. All we want is for them to leave.
I just wanted to thank you so much for joining us and wish you health and good luck, protecting yourself and your neighbors.
Thank you.
ILTV Plus, your news from Israel and more 24/7. Start your free trial today. Subscribe at ILTV.tv and watch from any device.